We have no excuses on that. We got to play better, coach better, and everything. So.
A very rough morning for Chiefs Kingdom after Kansas City falls to Oakland 31-30. It's not just the loss that has fans upset, but also how it happened. And joining us now, KCTV5's Neal Jones up early at his own home to talk about that game. Unfortunately, we're talking about a loss and not a win. First, I guess we can talk about something bizarre that happened that everybody's going to be mentioning today. Second quarter, we actually saw a fight break out on the field.
That's right. The quarterback, Derek Carr for Oakland, tried to run for it on third down, and he got tackled. And as he was going down, Marcus Peters of the Chiefs hit him, and the referees threw a flag for a late hit. And then suddenly a melee comes. The Raiders trying to protect their guy. We understand that. No fists were thrown in like that. But then suddenly Marshawn Lynch, the running back for Oakland, leaves their bench and runs out. But what he does shocked everybody. He wasn't there to defend his quarterback, Derek Carr. He was there to defend his best friend and a guy he calls his brother, Marcus Peters. The two guys are from Oakland. They're very, very close friends. The Oakland players were like, what's he doing out here? He actually grabbed an official, was ejected from the game, left the locker room, was later seen up in the stands, and reportedly, according to ESPN, he and Peters were seen leaving the stadium after the game together. They're very, very close friends. A bizarre situation where a Raider player was actually trying to defend a Chiefs player.
Yeah, wild. The whole game, tension's high. I mean, you could tell. Not something you see every day. Something else you don't see every day in terms of football, the end of that game, the Raiders, it seemed like they had chance after chance after chance to make that winning touchdown. It's almost like if you give them enough chances, they're going to score eventually. Have you ever seen that before?
I really haven't. I mean, they had 4 chances to get in the end zone. This is what everyone's going to be talking about. If you missed the game last night, trust me, I hope you DVR'd it on Channel 5 and go back and take a look at the end of the game. They had one chance. They threw it in the end zone. It's an apparent touchdown. The referees call offensive pass interference on Michael Crabtree and the Raiders, so they get it again, this time from the 11-yard line. They throw it to the end zone again. It's incomplete. The Chiefs think they won, but then the referees say that there was holding on Kansas City. So they throw it into the end zone for a third time, another incomplete pass, another penalty on the Chiefs for holding. And the calls look like they might have been okay if you weren't a Chiefs fan. And then finally on the 4th try from about the 3-yard line, Derek Carr is able to hit Crabtree again. This time it is a touchdown where they kick the extra point. They win the game 31-30, a dramatic game, one of the best games in the history of Thursday night football if you're not a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
But at least the Chiefs now having lost 2 straight games. And, Joe, what a frustrating way to lose.
It really is, and you mentioned that. We now are coming off of 2 losses. We go from 5-0, huge excitement, so happy, thinking we are going to have huge things from this team. Can we still expect those huge things, or are we now worried that this could be a bit of a streak we're in?
Well, you don't want to lose these kind of games, but again, it's a game on the road. You can live with that. And both of these last 2 teams they played, both the Steelers and the Raiders, were desperate teams that had to win to be able to stay in their races, and they came out and played like desperate teams, and they outfought the Chiefs. The Chiefs had some issues on defense, particularly in their secondary. They didn't get any pass rush. They didn't sack anybody. But no, I am not giving up on this football team. This is still a very good football team. They're still in first place. They just got to play a little better.
I like it. I like the positivity, and you're right. The Raiders and the Steelers both had a bit of a fire lit under them, so maybe we'll have the same thing moving forward. We can only hope. So, Neal, thank you so much for joining us. We always appreciate